Grand Blanks 29:04 tonight, I think. Finished third, make the team. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. I mean, happy to make the team. Wish I could have been a little more competitive the last 100, but got about 50 meters farther than last time racing, Nico or Grant, that type of situation. So slowly chipping away at that last lap.
Can you talk us through the race a little bit about how you felt about the execution, the way it went?
Yeah. I figured it'd be a little slower. Maybe it went a little slower than I thought it would. Just trying to stay calm throughout, and then I wasn't gonna leave it to like a last lap, 2 laps, even 3 laps. I told myself the threshold when I would take it if it was too slow would be about like 1,400 meters. Thankfully, I think Drew Bosley took it, and then Grant went. Ended up being tactically, logistically, pretty simple race for me. So it leaves me wanting a little more on that last lap with kind of how ideally it was set up for me. Just happy to make the team and think I'll be more competitive in a quicker race. So hopefully it will just a little faster.
Knowing that all three of you already have the standard, did the race kind of like play out how you expected?
Yeah, I thought it would be about that. I mean, like I said, I was planning on taking it 1,400 if no one took it, but I was kind of, thinking probably Grant is going to take it with a mile left or someone else, and like I said, that happened. So, with all of us having the standard, no one was really itching to run fast today. The safe sign for the 5K. But yeah, maybe a little slower than I thought, but it's good practice, and it's fun to race.
You ran 3:58 for your last 1,600 meters. Do you think that's what it was going to take?
Yeah, I thought it was going to take that. I thought it would be, even if I went out and led a 4 flat, I wouldn't think that'd be enough to win. The bar is always moving. Last year at Instablaze, I thought if I could run like a 155 last 800, I would win it, and I ran like a penultimate lap in 57, and those other guys ran like 53, 54. So you can never really, try to think something will be enough. It really never is. But yeah, that was 3:58. That's fast for the last lap, but the first 8,400 is pretty slow.
I mean, how does it feel like going in expecting that it's going to take sub 4 in the last mile to win or be in contention? Like, how does it feel knowing that it's going to hurt that last mile?
I know it can. I know I can do it, and I know I'm pretty tolerant with the pain. That's how I like to run races. I mean, I'm better. The situations I'm best at is just going out and hurting for as long as I can. These type of races, I mean, it's nice. It's kind of like it's kind of a slippery slope because you get into the race and you start jogging and it feels good. You like it. Like you're in a nice big track. You have a bunch of fans. You can really just relax and enjoy it. But if you really get lulled to sleep, at least for guys like me, who probably aren't the most confident in their last 400, 200 meters, you can't let it go. You can't let it go slow. So to answer your question, I'm glad I went 3:58. I was ready for it to go 3:58. And that's kind of what I trained for. So it's not terrible. But looking back to high school, if you told myself I was running 3:58 at the end of a race and getting third, I wouldn't believe it. That wouldn't make any sense.
You mentioned how you kind of were closing the gap on Grant and Nico as opposed to trials last year. Does that build a little bit of confidence for you moving into the 5K?
It does, yeah. I think at the moment I'm better at the 5K. Obviously, as everyone knows, it's a 5K at USA's is very different from a 5K at the Diamond League, which is very different from a 5K at the Olympics or the World Championships. So, I think I've gotten pretty good running with the really fast guys in the Diamond League, but in these championship settings, that's where I'm leaving a little bit. And so, it's good to close the gap, but I need to. I'm trying really hard. I don't want to end my career and be kind of in every single one of these races being 10, 20 meters back from the top guys. At the very least, I want to be competing and diving at the line. So I'm going to keep working on it. Since I maybe got 50 meters farther this time in the last 200, I'll take it. So,
Knowing that all three of you can close like that, we're sending one of the strongest 10K teams to a World Championships that we've ever sent. Talk about making your first World Championship team and what that means to you.
It means a lot, you know. I like it. It's better getting third. Last year I got fourth and got in on got the bump from the qualifier, so it feels good to really feel like you ticked both of the boxes, which is the top 3 USAs in the standard. And yeah, I feel I'm pumped to go with Nico and Grant. Like I'm confident in myself. I think I can compete for a medal if in the right race. But to have those 2 guys there, like, I mean, it'll mean a lot, you know, to be repping the United States with them. And, you know, to be in an event, the 10K, I don't know what the USA has done. Is Billy Mills, did he win the 10K?
The Olympics, 1964.
Okay, so, and Rupp got silver. Silver, is that? Yeah. In Rio.
London.
Maybe it was Rio or London.
Not at the World Championships level, I think, in American. The World Championships started in 1983.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the fact that we have to think about it. So that's exciting that hopefully this year we're competitive. I mean, I want to be right there with them, if not beating them, you know, and I'm going to do everything I can. I've got, like a month, a little over a month to train, so yeah, 6 weeks. So get back to altitude, try to keep reaping those benefits, living the professional lifestyle, so I'm excited. I was in Park City for 5 weeks before this, and after this weekend I'm going to go to Switzerland, train in St. Moritz for a month or so, hopefully running the Diamond League final in Zurich if I qualify, and then just kind of somehow bridge the gap to Japan. I know there's an altitude camp there 2 weeks out, some like old ski resort or something at altitude out there, so just trying to bounce around and stay at altitude as much as I can. I haven't been able to get to altitude this year because of school, so just trying to get as much as I can before Worlds, and then, you know, next year and the years to come I'll be able to obviously use altitude a little more when I need it.
In the 5K, it feels like there's more guys that are kind of like on the bubble of like almost qualifying than there were for this one. So do you think the 5K might be a little faster than this one went tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, since it's the last event, I'd be more inclined to think it'll be fast. You know, it's just like the last lap of a race. It's the last race of the meet. So I'd imagine some guys want to burn it up. Obviously, it plays into my favor to have it. At least for me, I believe it plays into my favor for it to be a little bit faster. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's fast. I wouldn't be surprised if it's slow. You never know. So I mean, looking back last year, it was pretty fast from like six or 7 laps out, or maybe a little shorter than that. So if I could guess, it wouldn't be, you know, it's not going to be a big pack going in the last lap, but you never know. And if it is, you know, I'll be excited to test myself in that type of situation.